in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to edit your event photos using Adobe Lightroom. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Cjam, and as I mentioned, I'm going to be walking you through how to edit event and concert photos using Adobe Lightroom, right? And the photos that we're going to be editing are what I took personally from 2017 at an event here in Kingston, Jamaica. And here's what's cool: the files that I'm going to be editing today, I'm going to be giving you some of them that you can edit for yourself and practice, right? So check the first link in this video's description that says event photos. Just download them for free and you can practice your photo editing. So with all that said, let's jump into Lightroom. All right, so here I am in Lightroom 2022, and I'm just gonna go ahead and import my photos. I can go to File, Import Photos and Videos, or I can just locate my folder on my computer and just drag it in, right? And I dragged it in. They're all gonna pop up and I can select or deselect the ones I don't want. But for the purposes of this tutorial, we're gonna go through together and choose the ones that we want to edit and the ones that we don't want to edit, right? I'm just gonna select everything, let it stay as is. I'm just gonna go ahead and click import, right? All right, and it's working. It's bringing in all my photos, and then this that we're seeing here is the library module. You know, it's showing me that these are all the photos in my library. And what I can do next is I can just go ahead and hit D on my keyboard for my develop module, or I can just click develop up top here, right? All right, so now that I'm in the develop module, you can see all my controls on the right, all my presets on the left from Lightroom. But what I want to do is, as I mentioned, I want to go through and pick the ones that I'm going to edit, right? So let me hit E to go back to my library module, right? And then I'm going to press I to turn off this information right here. You know, this is just the camera information, the settings information from the raw file, and all of these photos are shot in raw, so I have the maximum amount of details possible to edit, right? So let me go ahead and turn that off by hitting I, and then let's just cycle through these photos and then pick the ones that we want by adding them to our quick collection, right? All right, let me just go ahead and hide this side panel, and then let me try and make this view as big enough for you guys as possible. All right, so here I have some wide shots, right? Let me just tell you what I was shooting with. I was shooting with my Nikon D3300, which is what is recording this video right now, and I was using my 50mm 1.8, right? I was also using an 85 1.8 for some of the shots, right? So this, I believe, let me just press I to get back the information. And yeah, this one was shot with a kit lens, actually, the 18 to 55, just to get a wide view of the stage. I forgot I was shooting with that one as well. So let me just go ahead and just cycle through some of these. And when I find the ones that I like, I'm just gonna hit B to add to my quick collection, right? I don't like this one because he's not exactly centered, and I'd prefer if he's centered. This one is cool because you see how he fits right in this area of the blank of the design right here. I really like that one. I'd probably choose this one because he is looking more, but let's choose this one because I like how he's postured right here. See, he's postured in more of an action stance than the third one, that one. I can always adjust the angle of the photo to like straighten out the lines. So let me just work with this one. All right, I just hit B on my keyboard and you see it said added to quick collection, right? All right, let's continue. That's basically the same thing. I don't necessarily want duplicates. And I like this one, this nice one with the queries in the center, but I like this one even better with the lights, right? The stage lights. And here's also one with the stage lights. So what I'll do is, what's the difference with these two? Let me see. Oh, there's no difference. I probably just stepped closer to the stage or something. So I'm just gonna choose, I think I'm gonna choose this one. This one is already straight in terms of the lines, straight out of the camera. I'm just gonna choose this one. This is a nice vertical as well. So I have 3 of these, 1, 2, 3 of these side ones. Let's choose. I like the light. This concert is the first concert that I've shot with such cool stage light. These stage lights are so sick. I loved it, and I had so much fun with them. I didn't even have to use any flash. I didn't even bring a flash, I don't believe, when I was shooting this event, or maybe I did, but I just didn't use it because the lighting on the stage was that good, right? Let's choose this one right here, B, to add to my quick collection. And then we have some front on ones. I like this one. I can always crop it down some more, right? In my selection process, I'm choosing ones that are not too similar, so I won't choose 2 photos that almost look the same, right? We have to just keep variety in our edits. So this is a side profile. We have one where he's facing that way. Let's choose another one where he's facing the other way. So this is cool. We can always not edit it when we go to the edit process, but I like it. Love this shot. Love this shot. He's in his element. This is Rondell Positive, by the way, for those who don't know. He's a recording artist from Jamaica, and he's pretty energetic, so he's in his element right here, and I love this shot. I'm definitely gonna choose that one. This one is much closer to the variants that we had earlier, so I'm gonna choose one of them. Let me see what I was using here. I was on the 50. Yeah, so I'm much closer in on him than using the kit lens. This is so cool. Look at those lights in the background, guys. Those lights are so cool. And so let me just see the options that I have. All right, so this is the only one where he's on that side. Let me choose that one, and then he's running over to the other side. Let me choose this one. All right, cool. Look at this lighting. I had so much fun. This was what, 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20. This was 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago, because it would have been 5 years in October this year, 2022. But this is so cool. Look at the lights behind him. I'm definitely gonna choose this one. I can probably make this one black and white, and then let's choose this one because of the lighting behind him. This is also cool. Hopefully they're in focus. He's really singing his heart out right here. I think I'm gonna skip this one just because it's not exactly flattering. It's cool though, nothing is wrong with the photo. I'm just not selecting it to edit. This is pretty cool. I love this one. And he brought on Christina Roche here. She's an awesome singer as well. I like this action shot here of the 2 of them. I'm not going to use that one because it's not exactly flattering of her. Love this pose that he has here. Love it. What's this? Oh, this is one of the light heads in the foreground right here, right? So I'm just going to choose one where it's not as obvious and where his arm is not cut off. So probably this one. All right, let me uncheck the first one I chose. Yeah, this one is much cooler. Gives a better crop of him. Christina. Let me see which one of these Christina shots I like. Probably this one, but I have a lot more of her, I believe, so I don't have to edit it for the purposes of this tutorial, right? And this is the backup singers. I worship. I believe it's I worship and some other people, because these 3 right here are I worship, and there's a long line of them. So this is nice. This is a nice smiling shot of him. Alicia, I like this shot here. I love these lights in the background here. Love them. The stage design is like nothing I've ever seen, and this was 2017. Alicia singing. Yeah, I like the one with her hand up. This is I worship. This is Alicia was pregnant right here. Yeah, she was. Alicia was pregnant right there. I totally forgot. All All right, this is I Worship Singing. I really like this one. Is really sharp and nice. Yeah, let's use this one. I have to make sure that they're all looking, you know, decent and not too unflattering. So I like that one, right? I like this one too. Alicia is the focus of this one, obviously. This is a nice action shot of them as well. Let's feature the other singers. This is cool. Yeah, let's use this one. I don't need a lot of the singers. This is cool but not very flattering, so I won't use it. These are the band members. Over this side of the stage was dark, obviously, and the light is in this guy's face. I can't really see his face. Chris is also in the dark because I didn't expose for them. I was just snapping and going. I probably won't choose this one. This is cool, but I'm not seeing anything of interest here. I can't even see his face, so I'm not using it. This is a nice little weird look on his face. That's cool, but I may skip that one. This, I love this one. Like, he's mid, I don't even know what he's doing here, but he's in the middle of it, right? And it looks cool. Obviously, he's focusing on his performance. I'm just gonna use that one. All right, yeah, this one where he's looking, this one is looking off. So yeah, let me choose that one. So those are my selections. What I'll do now is I'll just go ahead and hit D for my develop module because I already selected what I wanted to edit, right? D, and then I'm now in my develop module where I can start editing, right? And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna click my source view here and I'm just gonna change this from previous import to quick collection. That way I can see only the things that I selected from my quick collection. And let's just go back and look at some to get some context. So in total I had 64 images, right? Let me go back to quick collection source, and from the 64 I came down to 21. That's not bad, right? That's not bad at all. Now we can go ahead and start editing. All right, so what I want to do first is, you see over here Adobe has, or Lightroom has a bunch of presets here that we can use, right? But I don't necessarily want to use these. I want to make my own presets, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to edit one of these photos first, and then I'm gonna save the edits that I made into a preset, right? So let me just go ahead and bump up the contrast on this photo about 20, with the blacks about -20. Clarity about 10, vibrance 20. Let me go down to detail, sharpening, let's bring that up to 70, and then let's enable profile corrections for lenses, and then also remove chromatic aberration. And then what else do I want to do? I think that's all for now, right? Let me see what I have before and after by pressing Y. And that looks pretty cool, right? It does look cool. So let me just go ahead and save these preliminary changes that I made. I'm just gonna go ahead and go over to presets here on the right. Then I'm gonna click the plus sign right here. And then I can just go ahead and click create preset. And then I can just go ahead and name this preset LSPV color preset, right? And then I can just go ahead and click create, and it should come here under user presets. See that? And what I'm going to do next is I'm just gonna go ahead and right click and click update with the current settings. So all of the settings that I changed over here, it's gonna update this preset with that, right? Just go ahead and click that, and I'm just gonna go ahead and click update. Even though I didn't check all of these, I didn't do white balance, I didn't do highlights, shadows, didn't do dehaze or texture, no saturation, I didn't do color grading, I didn't do, well, everything else looks good. I didn't do HSL, didn't do tone curve, right? So let me just go ahead and click update. Now if I go on another photo and click the same preset, it should just apply all of that, right? How cool is that? Let me show you. See, it applied all the same settings to that, right? So that's pretty cool. You have a color preset, Now let me go ahead and create a black and white preset, right? Let me just go ahead and hit V for my black and white editing mode, or let me just undo that by hitting Control and Z. I could have just come right here and hit Adobe Monochrome, right? So either V, or you just come right here to the drop down and hit Adobe Monochrome. And what I'm going to do is the same thing. Contrast up to about 40, blacks down to -20, clarity 10, no vibrance and saturation because obviously we're in black and white mode. Detail, let's bring the sharpening up to 70, and then, you know, lens corrections obviously. And then I'm going to save this again by clicking this plus sign here. Then I'm going to hit create and name it LSPV black and white, or LSPV B&W preset, right? And then I already have these checked from the last time, so we're pretty good to go, right? Create, let's test it on another photo, and then we're gonna just click it and you see it got adjusted, right? How cool is that? And next, what I want to do is I just want to go to edit, catalog settings, and just want to make sure that my backup of my catalog is set to every time Lightroom exit, because your catalog is all the changes and edits that you make to your photos, right? But if your catalog isn't saved, and if your catalog isn't backed up, and for some reason you lost the catalog and then you want to get back your edits, you won't have those edits. So what I do is every time I exit Lightroom, I want to make sure that my catalog is backed up. And then obviously you can back up that backup of your catalog somewhere safe, like in the cloud or on an external hard drive, right? So this is already set, so I'm good, right? All right, now we can change some settings and create some awesome with these photos, right? So we have our color preset, we have our black and white preset. Let's go ahead and make some tweaks, right? All right, so what I want to do is I want to just bring this down so the photo gets a little bit bigger on the screen. This one I want to up the exposure a little bit, bring up the little shadows there. Let me see what the highlights does. No, it's fine. Just touch the exposure up a little bit. And then let me just align this, right? To get the alignment a while ago, to straighten the angles in the image, I just hit R on my keyboard, right? Or you can just come right here to this little strip and click the crop overlay, and then you can just adjust, right? So that's what I did. R is the shortcut key. And if I want, I could have just like cropped in like this, you know, I could have cropped it down some more just like that. I think I want to stick with this, right? Looking pretty cool. And if you want, you can go down here to HSL and color. You come down to saturation, find the blue. You can either drown out the blue or you can increase the blue, right? Or you can go to hue and shift the blue to teal like that. Or you can just make the blue shift to purple. Whatever you want to do, you can do. Let's just shift it to teal a little bit just because we can. Let's see what we have. Y for before and after, and that's pretty good. I think I'm just going to keep this just to show you guys for the purposes of this tutorial, right? And we already made this one black and white, so let's just stick to that. Hit R for my crop overlay and just crop down a little bit, right? And then just align it as best as we can. That looks good. Let me just bump up the exposure here, bump up the shadows, and then let me see what the highlights does. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Let me just Y to see the before and after. Yeah, that looks good. I like it. It works for what it is. Maybe I can up the contrast some more. Yeah, I think I want to up the contrast some more for our black and white. What do you guys think? And the blacks as well. What do you guys think? All right, let me go down to my lens calibration, my lens corrections, and because this is my kit lens, I can take some vignette off of it, right? Take off some of the vignetting because the lens is so wide, right? And remember to see the information of your lens right here. Here, the settings that you shot the image in, you can just hit I on your keyboard, right? To loop the file info display. All right. So now that black and white is good, let's go ahead and go to our next photo. And then I can just go ahead and find my preset over here on the left hand side. And I can just apply the LSPV color preset, and I can hit R for my crop overlay and just crop down some more. And then I can straighten the lines a little bit, right? Crop down some more, straighten the lines a little bit. That works for me. What do you guys think? I can hit F to view it full screen, and it looks good for me, right? See the before and after. That looks good. And as you know, we can shift the color. Let me just shift the hue of the blue to like get it like blue, like to just get it really blue rather than a split of purple, right? All right, cool. That's cool. Let's go to the other image. Wait, let me see what highlight does here. How much it takes off for me. I like what it does. Pay attention to what's happening right here. Let me go back. See, his pants is blown out, meaning it's just white. If I pull back on the highlights, I get some detail back in the pants, right? I think I like that, so I'm just gonna keep that. Let's move on to the next photo. Love this one. This one is sharper than the one before, so probably I'll delete the one before because it's not as sharp, right? Even though I love it. So let me just hit reset, and then let me just hit B to remove it from my quick collection, right? Then let me just hit my color preset here, R for my crop overlay, and then let me just crop down a little bit, straighten the angles a little bit. Yeah, I really love this one. I really love this one. Really love this one. And then let me go down to my color and shift the blue to actually blue and not so much purple, right? Before and after by pressing Y, and I really love that. Let me take back some off of the highlights. Yeah, that looks much better. Let me see what the contrast does. It's fine, it's fine. And as I mentioned, the lighting in at this event was so good. I didn't need to do much while shooting, and I don't need to do much while editing. What do you guys think? All right, let's continue. Love this one as well. Let's make this one black and white because we have color already, right? I wish I had some more lens choices, but I only had those two lenses, so just gotta make it work, right? We gotta work with what we have. And then let me up the shadows, exposure, and then top off, take some off the highlights, and I like that. Let me bump up the contrast and the blacks to make that black and white just rich, right? Really rich. Y for the before and after, and I love that. That looks so good. Let me see if I can take some of the whites. Yeah, that can help. Let me take some of the whites. Look what's happening to his pants when I take some of the whites. See that? We're getting back some detail, right? So I think I like it about here. That's pretty cool. Let me see. Yeah, about there is good. What do you guys think? Let's go to the next one. This is the image of the set to me. What do you guys think? Hit my color preset, and then let me shift the blue. I mean, we can leave it as is, right? But I just really want it to be blue. But for this one, let me just shift it to purple to make it a little bit more purple. What do you guys think? I think that looks cool. And then R for our crop overlay, straighten the lines a little bit, and then pump up the blacks, pump back the blacks a little bit. Let's see what the highlight does. Save some of the pants, whites, bring back some of the pants, and then let's lift the shadows a little bit. Can I hide this toolbar here? Yes, I can hide it. That will bring up the image, that way you guys can see clearer, right? Y for my before and after, and maybe I made that too purple. It's not as much of a natural representation of the actual photo. Just do 15. I can live with that. What do you guys think? But at the same time, your creativity is up to you, and you get to edit however you see fit, right? as the photographer. Let's go back up, add a tip of exposure. All right, take off some highlights, whites. All right, that's perfectly fine. I'm just gonna leave that as is. What do you guys think? Do I need to straighten the angles some more? Probably. Crop in a little bit more. Yeah, that's fine. I like that. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, this is nice. This is nice. Do I want to keep it? Do I want to move on? I mean, it's nice and sharp and in focus, but is it really telling a story? I guess it is. Let's keep it. All right, let's go to color. I like the color there. And then let me just take out some of the highlights, a little bit of the whites. Let's crop him down some more. Don't really have to do much to this one. Let's keep the musician in the background here. Enter. All right. Yeah, I like that. I like this one. Before and after. Yeah, I definitely like this one. Definitely do. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I just touched the exposure up a little bit. All right, next. Love this action shot. I'm probably going to make this black and white because of how much dark areas are in it. Black and white preset. Let's pump the exposure. Let's lift the shadows to see what else we can recover in the background. Look at that. The shadows are all the way up to plus 100. This is where it's coming from. What do you guys think? Do I lift it all the way or do I lift it halfway? Let me take out some of the blacks. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Save some highlights if I can. This was really underexposed when I shot it because it came out of the light. And I didn't adjust my settings quick enough, but it is what it is, right? We're working with what we have. All right, about there. Let's hit Y to see the before and after. And how cool is that? What do you guys think? We got a lot of details back in the background because over here it's fully just blacked out, right? But here we got some stuff back. So I think we did good with what we got here. What do you guys think? All right, Y to take off the comparison, and then let's continue. This is cool. I don't know if it's as interesting or if I like it, but I love the lighting. So let me just forego this one for now. Let's just reset it. Well, it's already reset. We didn't do anything. Let me just hit B to remove it from my quick collection. This is the shot. I changed my mind about the one earlier, but this one has to be black and white. I just love the lighting. It's so cool. Look at all the lights. It's so cool. All right, let's do some more blacks. Let's do some contrast. Let's top off some highlights to save as much as we can. This is what it was before. Highlights, save that. Let's take off a little bit of the whites to save his face. Or what I can do is I can just use my adjustment brush by hitting K, and then I can just like brush away some of the whites that are just on his face, some of the white and the highlights, and see what we can get. But that's probably too much, right? Yeah, that's definitely too much. Let me just undo that. Let me just see if I can brush back a little bit without making it look weird. And then let me just take off a little bit of the white. Alright. It's such a microscopic adjustment, you probably won't even realize it, but it makes a difference, right? Let me just take out the stage. And this is cool. Let me see the before and after. I really love the lights behind him. This is a really nice black and white image. What do you guys think? That's all I'm going to do for that one. Let me move on. Love the blues here. Let's keep this colored, and then let's take off some of the shadows, bump up the exposure a little bit, save some of the highlights, a touch of the whites. Let's crop it down. Because of how high the stage was, that's what this black area is. The stage was really high here. Let's just align it. Let's just align that. What do you guys think? All right, that looks cool. Do I want to shift the color? Do we get crazy with the color here? Do we go full purple? Let's just shift it to purple a little bit. All right. Yeah, I like that. It's not too far off. All right. What do you guys think? I really like it. Look at the lights behind him. This is so cool. Let's hit Y to see the before and after again. Yeah, that's nice. Let's shift it some more so it looks a bit more distinct. All right. Yeah, I like that. I definitely like that. All right, let's move on to the next photo. And then, yeah, he's in his performance right here. Definitely into it. Let's keep this one color. And I love black and whites, by the way. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I really love black and whites. Tap off some of the blacks, contrast, shadows. Let's crop it in somewhere. The lights above his head really look like heaven coming down. Y for the before and after. And you can't do much about the light that's on his face. That's just how the lighting was, you know. But I really like it. It's really adding some extra layers to the image, right? All right, cool. On to the next one. Love this one too. Do I want black and white? Do I want colored? I'm not sure. Let's do colored for now. Bump up the exposure. Shadow off of his face. Highlights. Highlights off a little bit. Let's do some more exposure. The angle seems fine. Let's Y for the before and after. And yeah, we did save a lot on his face. We brought back a lot. You see how dark it was right here? Look at this. We definitely brought back a lot, right? Yeah, we definitely brought back a lot. What do you guys think? Yeah, we did a lot of good here with this photo. All right, let's move on to the next one. Him and Christina Roche. Let's do black and white. Let's bump up the exposure here. Take off some of the highlights, some of the whites. Lift the shadows a little bit. Shift the angle a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, let me just bring back some white. Because how you know the white is blown out, his shirt actually has some polka dots on it. His shirt and his tie. So when I didn't bring back the highlights, this is what it looks like, right? But when I brought back the highlights, I saved some of that detail, right? So that's looking much better. Let me save some more. Yeah, that's looking much better. Let's see the before and after. Yeah, we're definitely saving some highlights because, yeah, you can see his detail on his shirt much clearer in our edit than in the original. So we're doing good, right? All right, Y to exit the before and after. And then, yes, love this image. I believe this was with the 85. Yeah, 85 1.8 shot at 2.2, 1/200th of a second, ISO 800. This one is definitely going to be, ooh, in black and white or color. I like it in both. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna right click and click create virtual copy. That way I'll have two versions of the photo. So let's do a colored one. Shadows. Let's save some highlights if we can. Top the exposure a little bit. And the lighting is so cool. We didn't have to do much here. Look at that. Love this image. Love this image. I literally don't have to do anything to this photo right here. I love it just as it is. Let me go ahead to the other copy, the virtual copy. Let's make it black and white. And then, yep, let's do some adjustments. Just lift the shadows, exposure a little bit, save some highlights of the shirt. And let me just bump the blacks down, contrast up. And yeah, look at that. Let's look at the colored one. Black and white, colored, black and white. I love the black and white. All right, this smiling one here, let me just shift the angle first and foremost by using R, my crop overlay tool. See that now the screen in the background is much straighter. And then let's do color. Let's do color. lift the shadows, save the highlights. Well, not that much because you see the pants is now looking gray. Let's just save the highlights a little bit. Black a little bit. Y for the before and after. And yeah, this looks good. This looks quite good. I'm really liking this, right? Do I want to shift it to purple? Get some variety. Yeah, let's see how that looks. Yeah, I like that. And then next photo is Alicia. Black and white, this one. Yeah, let's do black and white. We can make the group photo of her and I Worship colored, right? And let me just crop out the other guy and put Alicia in the extreme corner, which may look weird to some people, but that's how I like it. And then let me just like drop this down, crop that down so it's like more of a really super wide, right? Shadows, exposure, take off some highlights, right? What do you guys think? Let's see the before and after. I really love that blue over here in the original, but we're sticking to the black and white. We're sticking to the black and white, we're not leaving it. All right, next image. This is of I Worship. And let me see what else we have. Let me just choose the right one. I think I like this one better than this one. Well, Alicia's face is not covered in the other one. She's the focus of this image, right? She's right here, but her face is not covered, but her face is covered in the other one. So I may choose the one where her face is not covered, right? So let me hit B to remove that from the quick collection, and then let's keep this one in color. Then let's just bump up the exposure a little bit, shadows off a little bit, highlights, Y for the before and after. Let me just bump up the blues saturation and not hue this time. Let's see what the blues do. Yeah, let's do it, bump it up some more, before and after. Yeah, I like that. I really like that. Yeah, I don't think I want to do anything else to that one. Yeah, that's pretty cool. What do you guys think? All right, on to my next photo. All right, the other half of the backup singers, the BGVs. And then let's keep this one color as well. What did we do just now? We upped the blues, right? And then let's bump up the exposure a little bit. Highlights. You see her top that she has on right here. Let's see what's going on. See that? Let's save the highlights on that, so you can see more detail, right? That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That works as is. Yeah, that works as is. That's fine. That's fine. Y for the before and after. Yeah, that's cool. That works for me. What do you guys think? And then the last one is that they finally changed the lights on his set from blue to red. And I think that's why I love this image so much. Let me crop it down by hitting R. Putting it right there. And then let's do color. Ooh, black and white is nice. But I can't make everything black and white. Exposure up. Shadows up. Let's and then let's do highlights. All right, Y for the before and after. Yep. Do I want to increase the reds? Let me change the hue of the red a little bit to more purple. Y for the before and after. Yeah, and I think I like this. I think I like this. His all white is really popping here, and I think I like this. So that's all my edits. I'm not gonna change everything else. No, let me just go back from start to finish. I started here. Touch up the exposure a little bit, and then touch this one up a little bit as well. Just a little bit, and then so wait. Third one, number 4. Love this one. I love all of them. This action shot is really nice. Some of them I got more in focus than the others, but that's what it is. That's how it is, right? it is what it is when you're shooting at a concert, and some of them won't always be perfect, but you use them just because they look so cool. This is so nice. This one is so nice with the lights. All right. Him and Christina. This shot right here. We have two versions of it. Alicia. Let me see if I can the whites. Let's just touch up the whites a little bit on Alicia's image to get these things in the background to pop some more. Yeah, I like that. Wait, let me see. Yeah, I like it. It works. And then we have this and this. And yeah, I like this. I like them all. They're pretty cool. So what I'm going to do now is hit Ctrl and A to select everything. Then I'm going to hit Ctrl Shift and E for my export module. Or you can just go to File and then Export, right? And then I'm just going to choose the name. The folder name is Lightroom Edits. Let me call it Randall Positive LSPV Edits, right? That's what's the name of the folder. That's going to be the name of the folder. Then I can name the actual files themselves Randall Positive LSPV Edits. You know, these are my Lightroom settings right here. I always export them to the same photo. I always export them to the same folder as the original photo, sorry. And then I choose custom settings to rename the files. And then we're exporting as JPEG, limiting the file size to 5000K or 5 megabytes, and then resolution 300, sharpen for screen standard, right? And then after export, we're going to show them in our Explorer. And that's all that there is from my export settings. And I'm just going to go ahead and click export. And then it's going to export them for me. And then when it's done, they're all going to pop up to where we have them saved on our computer, or where Lightroom saved them on our computer, right? All right, so our photos are done exporting. Let's go ahead and check them out. And here we are. Let me just go ahead and make this full screen. All right, that looks pretty cool. What do you guys think? Black and white. Nice, nice, nice. I can't wait to share these with you guys so you can edit them as well. Nice. Loving these edits, loving them, loving them, loving them. So we have two versions of this one, right? Elisa. I worship the other BGVs, background vocalists. And then the last red one. This is so cool. He's in his element right here. So we just edit some concert photos using Adobe Lightroom. Have you ever used Lightroom before? Have you ever shot an event before? Have you ever edited any event photos before? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, you can check the link in the description to download these files. That way you can edit them yourselves, right? So thank you so much for watching. Remember to let me know what you think of my edits in the comments below. Once again, my name is Cjam, and I will see you guys in the next video.